name is Ben. I'm a project manager and innovation officer at DTU Skylab, which is Denmark's Technical University's innovation centre, where we turn student ideas into viable business propositions. Skylab Ignite is a 10-week programme for students where we have a focus on customer-driven innovation. The students are trained in pitching techniques, writing business propositions and getting their idea tightened up so they can present it to someone that may be willing to give them funding. The phases and peaks correspond to the phases in the Ignite program, and it represents that each time the students develop more on their idea, they add additional information to the Peaqs system. The gamification aspect opens up something new for us, where we have a peer review system, which has until now not been the case. Normally in these programs, the students' projects are evaluated by a panel of experts, and we think that it gives a great deal of value to the student project for them to be able to look at each other's ideas and provide criticism and support to each other. From the perspective of the coordinators of the program, we use Peaqs to get a remote view into the students' work and to see their progress from afar. From the point of view of the coordinators of the program, Peaqs allows us to get a structured view of the students' work. It allows us to put time boxing on phases and deliveries, and it allows the students to see each other's work and really to track each other's progress. What we found is the investment mechanism allows us to pull in other startup coaches and experts that are not necessarily part of the program and get an insight into what's actually happening on the program without having to make a large time investment. Typically in an acceleration process, the students are very much into their own projects, and it becomes difficult for them to share information or to see the other participants' projects. So we think that Peaqs really allows them to do that, and also gives them a motivation in terms of the gamification aspect to go in and look at the other projects and to evaluate them. Where we see entrepreneurship going in the now and in the near future is towards data-driven products and services, and we think that having a digital platform with which they can share their ideas is a very strong component of this program. So one of the things that Peaqs allows for is to have a common and consolidated platform for pitching. So that means that not every group will have a different PowerPoint presentation, for example. They're all going to be pitching from the same source material. In the same way that the students are going through an innovation and iterative process, we are also doing that. That's us that work at Skylab. So I think it's very important for us to be able to evaluate data and to share data with other people around the students' process. Going forward, we would very much like to gather data from our users about their process and performance. We think a system like Peaqs could allow us to do that by providing data, for example, about the stock market performance of a given product. We chose Peaqs for a couple of reasons. Number one is that it is itself an innovative product that's come from a startup. So it's a very good way for us to show our students that here is an example of a real-world startup with a real product that can be deployed into a real scenario. We chose it because it is a way to consolidate all of the information from the student teams, and particularly because we think the gamification aspect of it gives an inspiration and a motivation for the students to actually engage with the platform.